Good morning, everybody. My man got a text from uh this bitch off of this hangmail crap. She won't text me. Well, guess what, bitch? I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm gonna stuff a goddamn mohole in your fucking ass. I'm tired of being mistreated. I'm tired of not getting texts. I'm tired of this bullshit. I am. I'm ready to throw this unicorn bestie shit out the goddamn door and be done with it. Because I'm tired of being mistreated. I am. I'm getting to the point. Because me and my husband should not be mistreated. We are a married couple. We want somebody special. And we want to get away from Decatur. We got gossipers here. We're not gonna let them win. We just want somebody special that we can have. Where the hell are you guys at? You guys say you have a YouTube page. What the fuck? What you guys hiding in a goddamn foxhole somewhere? Lord, you're starting to piss me off. Call me a hoe and a bitch on my texts and slut. Well, you guys are a slut and horse. I'm tired of it. I'm gonna put this out here because I know one of y'all guys are gonna be watching. Because you guys say, "Oh, I have a YouTube page on Twitter," and I send you a friend request, you don't even answer me. I send you a picture. I send you our numbers, our address. You guys say you're interested. Where are you guys at? There's some in Athens I sent a friend request to, some in Decatur. I sent, but you guys say you guys are interested, but you don't answer. You just leave it like blank. I'm trying to figure out what you guys really want. Because, my husband said, he's getting ready to turn almost 40 in next June.
No, I'll be 30.
Oh, he'll be 38. He'll be 38, my bad. He'll be 38 coming up next June. He said, by the time he turns 40, you guys don't come around, he's going to be done. Because we've been doing this for what, 9 years, babe? Almost 9? Almost
3.5.
3.5 years almost. I just want a beautiful, smart, good head on their shoulders, that don't have kids where I can get to know you, in and out. I know you're out there, Unicorn Bessie. Please, darling. I'm not yelling at you. I just want to see you. I want to see you smile. And I want to take care of you. I want to love you, cherish you, hug you, cuddle with you. If you want a kid, that's fine by us. If you want a kid by us, I'm fine with it. Like my husband said, we just want a family. We want to move with you. We want to do things with you, fun things, And we just don't like drama and gossipers and stuff like that. But, I'm having a good day. I'm getting my laundry finally done. I've been folding up some laundry and doing some dishes. I was getting ready to eat. But, like my husband said, it it was easy when he was single. And I understand that, but when he gets with me, it's like you guys turn your back on me. And it's hard for me not to put that out here. I hate when somebody backstabs me. Like my husband said, this one lady the other day, Monica, my bad. Monica turned her back on me, said, she wanted unicorn bestie, relationship because I was, talking what we were trying to look for. My husband was at the dentist, and he didn't know I was gonna, find a pretty one, in the pig because he said usually there ain't no pretty ones, it's usually the old people, you know, and stuff. And she brought me home and we were talking about it on the way. And then when she saw my husband the other day, she said, excuse me for one moment. And then she walked away and went to get milk. And then she went to the restaurant. And I told my husband, I said, that's Monica, because I pointed her out. I said, hey, that's the one that brought me home the other day. And he said, well, baby, go get her number from her, because you didn't get it the other day. So I've been texting her trying to call her and stuff. She's still not answering me. I just don't know what to do anymore. I tried. It's to the point where I don't know what to do anymore. I've tried and tried and tried, but it's like, you know, uh, it's like, I don't want, I want this really bad. And I'm telling you from the bottom of my heart, I cried to my husband, asked him what I did wrong. What I do to you guys? And he always says, baby, you don't do anything wrong. It's y'all that's delaying it, saying you want to come, but you don't show up. No, we're not doing money and cards and stuff like that. If you want to come, like John Cena said, come and get it. You know, I've always went by that. He said, "Don't give up." He's got a shirt that says that, "Don't give up." If you want something, come and get it. Come on your own. I'll wait as long as patiently as I can, but it's you guys are delaying it more longer. The more longer you delay it, the more that I might throw this thing out the door, and you guys ain't gonna have your chance. But here's my husband.
Well, like I said, those colors, them is what I used to always like to eat.
What was saying?
But yeah, it's no, it's. I just told her, this morning, and we talked a little bit, but I can't carry this stuff down there and fucking throw it around at the store and have it, showing it off and putting it sat there on a t-shirt and all this shit, but, she has these damn people. I mean, that's whether it's a lot of the times, in the beginning with it, but she just, I don't think they believe her. I think a lot of the problem too is just a lot of it they don't believe what she's selling. And it's not all the problem, but she said, "Well, Eric, yeah, our driveway's not good, but if Seth can get up it, and if our next door neighbor's truck can get up it, if Miss Prophet's vehicles can get up it, the maintenance people can get up it. Light pole people have been up here. Mail lady's been up here. Mm-hmm. We've had several. So what? If, thing is, I think we've been bit by this whole mess, just what I dubbed the crack whore mess, here some time ago, because apparently, we can't seem to shake that off. But no, there's not many people. My wife had her one shot, possibly, and with some of her old, junk up there in them other states and things too, but it wasn't a meant to be thing because they didn't have nothing. And I don't know what she expected, but I expected it to be the way it turned out. I can actually honestly say I didn't see nothing in it. There's no. Once you move from somewhere and stuff, you have to start over. So, it's very rare. And, I'm the one straightened one of them out, mm-hmm. and told them that I told their sibling, I said, if you don't do something, I said, this person's going to wind up killed. Mm-hmm. Or she'll wind up somewhere out there and you won't be able to find her and all this stuff, and my wife, she got talked into this Facebook mess, and we tried for, now we're on Twitter, but I tried telling her back then it probably wasn't no good, I mean, it's very, very, very rare when you get somebody, to go the extra 9 yards, 4 years extra. You know, you're gonna have to, you know, we're just gonna have to, you know, play it out to a little bit and see. I know there's something there somewhere. It's I don't know. She like I said, she normally runs errands. I'm normally not with her, but the day I wasn't with her, I was out at the dentist. I was the only one in there. There wasn't nobody in there anyway. But it's gonna take somebody that ain't got no drugs on them, no bad past that they'll bring up 10,000 times. Somebody that once you talk about something, you can get it, get the point across and get over it. Uh, but a lot of people puts, they say on Twitter, "Oh yeah, I make a YouTube and this or that." And I've shared some of my videos on the Twitter, but it's just an idea that we had. I'd kind of, myself, I came up with out of the top of my head, because there was some lady that came out of nowhere and didn't ask for her to come, but she wrote a nice long message, which is how it started, and she didn't get through doing what she should have done, and she got into things that was out of our control. And I tried to do as much as I could, but Federer paid for numerous things and ways to try to get her here, but she just wasn't. I don't know if she was bitten by the bad luck bug or what, but she just wasn't capable of being able to be brought home, and everybody still thinks it's a joke, which is another motivation for wanting to try to hope that there's somebody out there that just don't have much. You don't have to have a lot, and like I said, I'm not throwing this stuff away. This ringing stuff is. There's a lot of people, and I've told my wife this. I understand she's upset. You know, I am too, but I don't know, what else to do. But I can't go out here, and me and her can't just sit out here at the end of the driveway or one of the things and hold up signs and poster boards and all this other mess. It'd be ridiculous, and it wouldn't. It'd just get bad publicity, and I don't want that. And, some of these people bring her home for the one nice ones out here. She shouldn't have to do much, they ought to just come on up the damn driveway, finish it up. Hell, if you can get somebody to walk up this driveway, it should be somebody to drive up it. I mean, it's gonna take somebody with, I don't know, it's just gonna take somebody with, to be serious. And I don't know. I wasn't in, the other day I wasn't there. And I don't know what was said or how she sounded or what, I don't know. I can tell you I didn't feel when I saw her, and I didn't know it was her. But, if it wasn't for my wife saying, "Oh yeah, I think that was the one," but she didn't impress me too much on, my wife said, "Well, you don't smile." I don't. But I'm saying if I felt like, she was in a happy place and a happy mood, and most time a good woman knows how to lift you up, smile, and it makes another person want to smile. Maybe you don't do it enough, but ain't really no reason usually to. But no, my wife, she reached out there, and it's like throwing a fishing pole out through there, a fishing line, trying to catch you a good fish, and we just ain't caught the right one yet. I don't know. But I know it's got to be somewhere out there. It's got to be in this town somewhere. I mean, we've had we had this, Erica one, here for a little while. I don't know, they say they'll come, but I told my wife, I said, I don't know if they will or not. Um, they a lot of them don't give you enough time. They already got things going, and people far off, I don't really, trust too much. So, it's not because it's just that, I've told her, yeah, 12, 13 years ago, I was able to do it because I was actually had a phone that had the internet on it, and there was people. Back then, it was not as much as they are now. There's about 600 and something more people than there was then. We've grown a little bit. Uh, you know, well, actually, no, it would be probably at least probably at least 100 and something more people than there was. Because actually, to 2010, I believe it was 15 something. Yeah, so we're not growing a whole lot. We're probably about 100 more. We'll just say an even number, 100, at least about 100 more people. But so we just I don't know. I mean, you can't make them do it, but I don't think they're taking it serious. I partially don't think they think that it's what you know. Like I told my wife, they ain't no excitement out here. There's no clubs, no bars. There's no what, Dirk? It ain't you. Well, no, but I'm saying if you had a unicorn bar, or even if I don't drink, I take me a Coke, or I just take my own drink in there. So I said, I told my wife, it's just gonna probably have to be somebody that's well, Dirk, it's wintertime, it's cold. Well, that's true here, but I mean, it's not as cold as a lot of them other places. But they just act like, these around here, they don't act like they're, I told my wife, it amazes me that somebody ain't pulled some kind of foolishness, or I said, these people could have anything on them. I'm surprised they'll take you the rest of the way home. But there ain't a whole lot. And when she gets a ride now, like I said, she's normally out walking at least once or twice a day and stuff. But she generally don't. I think she used to be a little bit more of a social butterfly, but she normally don't, but anymore as much, or doesn't seem, but there's, you know, uh, I don't know, like I said, everybody don't get everything right away like you want it. If we had our way, we wouldn't even be on here right now, if the thing had worked out the first time. But, we wouldn't have heard of the crack whores mess and all that, we'd have done found it. That we've had some people and had a few things here and there, and we gave up, families and all this other stuff that we were going through, some drama and some things, So we just, thought, hey, it'd be nice if there's somebody out there that and you don't have to look like a Barbie doll, but there's a certain type of person we're looking for, and a certain look, but it's not like you gotta be like a celebrity or nothing, you know. But we don't know, like I said, we're not holding out hope for just anybody far out, but I don't like a lot of this new stuff. I've tried to tell my wife this stuff's pretty hard to do. And as easy as I made it sound about 12, 13 years ago, it was pretty hard because you had people, you had a few of them, that would write you back and call you names and things of that nature, and then but a lot of them wouldn't, and a lot of them was pretty good. But yeah, it's a different thing. We're a married couple now. I'm not looking as like I'm a single person, but we came up with an idea, and it sounded good to us, and it still could be if you just get somebody easy, and somebody don't have a lot to go on, and I'm sure that it'll fall into place. It'd have to be somebody that respected the way we're brought up. There's still a few of us out there, and it's just and there might even be some of them out there that they ain't never heard of the things that because there's not a lot of that going around. So again, it's just way it goes. I mean, I told my wife, just like I had to do mine, she's going to have to make a decision on her people. She's going to have to come to that point where, I see the same thing that happened in mine. My dad would have been the only one I'd still talk to this very day. But I see the same result coming in my wife's family's, stuff as I did mine. She's kind of been resisted it a little bit and kind of just, you know, kind of wanting to hang on to them, but they don't want to hang on to her. They're showing it. Their actions is showing it. We went over it briefly a little bit. You know, I said you're gonna have to cross that road eventually because there ain't but about two of them that's really the ringleaders, but they're getting worse. We're right now without a dryer for the time being, and when we get this bestie thing, they ain't gonna be none of that stuff to be had anyway. If we do find it, hopefully we find it soon. It could be any time. It could be today, tomorrow. We don't know. You never know. But I do try to put in a couple of names in, a couple of girl names to see what might be on the local. See if
This one's coming. She's on her way.
if we can get some.
She's on her way. She said, "Get off the video."
Honey, let me finish.
Okay.
A lot of people say that, and I tell my wife all the time if I want to believe people, I really do. But she gets mad at me because I don't believe, celebrity stuff. And sometimes, because we had one of these wrestlers, supposedly, but I couldn't prove it one way or the other. And they kind of got mistreated in that thing. And so I've been just trying to look the other way when them kind of people come calling. I had the other day, a Carrie Underwood claiming to be this Carrie Underwood person. I don't know whether they are or they're not. They could be, but it don't interest me because there's nothing in it. We're not there to. Yeah, there's a lot of singers and a lot of people that we listen to, but we're not out there to get nothing out of that. We're going to do good to get us a real nice, good looking person out here that's in our area or at least nearby, something close. Yeah, but we get this stuff all the time. They say, "Oh yeah, Derek, I'll be there at Christmas or we'll be here." We never seem to get anybody to come right away. They always make you wait. That's what I've noticed. I told her the difference with mine back in the day. Yeah, maybe you waited a day or two, but you talked things out and worked it out in a plan. You know what I mean? You knew things were coming. You knew you wanted it. I mean, they wasn't mine. They wasn't ugly, but they wasn't Barbie dolls either. That's kind of good looking on the outside, but it wasn't like what you see on TV a lot of times. And I'm not knocking it. It's just like I said, part of this deal is that you know you want somebody that kind of gives you that good feel and the attractions there. And then there's something they like about that's there on the outside. Don't only whoever it's going to be, but a lot of it's on the inside that we don't seem to get. And the inside is not come full circle yet. So anyway, a lot of people does this to my wife, and they've done it to me. Nobody's been at the door yet, and I've just told my wife, every day that we've talked about it, I'll believe them when they show up at the freaking door. When they show up at the door, then I'll know it's closed. But till they stop all this texting, I don't mind the text and I don't mind the phone call, but we need to know this thing's going somewhere. My fingers are tired, my mind is wore out, to a certain degree because every now and then I get the hint, to go and I'll get the urge to look up one or two names, but I just have a feeling it's gonna be somebody probably outside of Decatur. It's probably gonna be Athens, Cleveland, Chattanooga, something. One of the bigger parts of Tennessee, but something close enough to where we can. Because as we know, we've got to get moved. We can't, we can't just move them in here where we're at. We rent. So again, it just be, it's something not everybody, like I said, not everybody, uh, you know, but there's a lot of people you wouldn't believe it's looking for the same thing we are. But they probably have an easier time, depending on where they live. Where we live, it's not a lot. So if it don't happen, it's not because we haven't tried. And we've used every available modern technology thing that we can think of to get out there, except for phone apps, and things of that nature. But Twitter, Facebook, YouTube. So and it's not gonna be because we ain't tried. And as far as like I said, outside of here, some people may shit on it, and may say, well, yeah, we're already married, but this is like I said, this is just something that we'd like to see happen, just because we there could be somebody out there that don't have anything much and may have lost their parents or maybe even feels like we do. We feel like we're not. We don't mean anything hard to anybody. So we're not one of these that you know are into other married couples or anything. Man, if it was another married couple, of course, me and her probably prefer it to be two women than two, than men or a man or a woman. Because usually, if you get a man or a woman couple, you always get the one or the other goes one way or the other most of the time. So the I don't know, just whatever's out there. But we just hoping maybe have a nice Christmas. Are hoping to get somebody home Christmas, but
She's coming tomorrow. She's
but
coming tomorrow.
but we'll see about this. This one and see if this Erica one comes. We still, like I told my wife, we gotta wait and see. I mean,
No, the new one's coming.
or whoever it is, but we'll just see. Maybe they'll be something. Whoever it is, it's gonna be over once they show up. They won't regret it. I know that, but it's just trying to find the right one that respects, what we don't have and why we don't have it, and what we do got. They are aware that there's a reason why that we have what we have. You know, we've had many a time somebody come out of nowhere and will entertain you for just a little bit, but they're kind of pushy in certain ways. They're not laid back. They're not easy. So again, it depends. We've had our taste of somebody with kids, and that didn't go too well. So hopefully we can get somebody at least that we can pay attention to and turn our attention to that person without having to be distracted with other things, and make it a lot easier on us. And it would make it a lot easier on them too. They didn't have nothing else to take up their time. It would be easy. It would remind me of what I was used to if that one person it just it just one. You know, you don't expect a lot. You know, but anyway, we'll see what happens. And I had one earlier. I think it's one of them off of Gmail, but we never know. I mean, I like to never got that to send a to send a picture, but yeah, it's hard to get people to budge unless they're right next door. Well, I'm gonna get off here and see what this is. I'll see you later.